Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling, and appreciate you guys coming by the channel to spend some time with me today. And we're going to be discussing artificial intelligence and bass fishing once again here. And we're going to be talking specifically about how it's quietly taken over the sport as we speak, and nobody is pushing back against it. Nobody's doing anything about it. It's just happening, and it's just, with no pushback whatsoever. So I want to get into that a little bit today and sort of identify, the dangers that we face with this and how everything we know about bass fishing is fixing to change here real quick unless something happens. Also, guys, thank you very much for everybody that's taking time to hit that subscribe button here at Intuitive Angling. Really appreciate that. Man, it's been a really challenging year for bass fishing YouTubers out there for a lot of different reasons. So thank you for supporting Intuitive Angling by subscribing to the channel. Free and easy to do so. And also, guys, if you do want to help the channel out further, you can be a channel member, and channel members get extra videos every week that aren't seen by the public, access to my email address for your fishing questions, and we also have a Patreon page you can support the channel too. So thank you very much for everybody that's been doing that. My family and I really appreciate that. Okay, guys, just when you thought that forward-facing sonar was the only devil out there, this emergence of AI, really, guys, since this past summer, has been freaking incredible. And I want to get into this today about it because I'm always concerned about forward-facing sonar. We've talked about the inherent dangers of that, for the last 3 or 4 years here on the channel. But AI is a completely different ballgame. It's a completely different animal. It is like forward-facing sonar being a mouse and artificial intelligence is like a Tyrannosaurus Rex next to it. I mean, it's like the potential for just catastrophic, events taking place in the sport are just right on the horizon. And I always go back to what the inventor of AI said. He said that it was basically, going to replace everything. It's like it's going to take away everybody's job. Even the people out there like plumbers and doctors, eventually there's going to be robotics to take their job over. It's going to completely transform our way of life in not a good way. It's going to benefit a few, and you're going to see guys become trillionaires, guys. There's going to be a handful of people that become trillionaires over this AI Silicon Valley tech bro group is forming right now, and you can already see it, guys. There's the emergence of the uber wealthy, like the people that are getting hundreds of billions of dollars worth of wealth are all directly connected to this AI bubble we're in right now. And even Elon Musk, who I'm no fan of whatsoever, but he said, he's a very astute mind with it, and he said it's probably the biggest threat to human civilization we've ever had. So the point is, why is it going on? If there's so much down negativity about the potential impact of AI, why is nobody pushing back against it? Probably because somebody's making a freaking killing on it. I mean, right now, the stock market's basically propped up by 6 or 7 AI companies. If you take those AI companies out of the equation, it's like, it would really be terrible right now for the stock market. That's the only thing that's propping them up. So anyway, guys, I want to talk a little bit about how this thing's taken over the sport and how exactly it's going to influence bass fishing. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is that AI has this ability to analyze millions of data points when it comes to fishing, millions. And therefore, when you have the ability to instantaneously analyze millions of data points and formulate an answer to whatever question you have in fishing, that may sound like a good idea, but it's terrible. I mean, it's absolutely the worst thing you could possibly see. And if you've never done it, guys, just get on ChatGPT and you pose it any question. I don't care what it is, and it will immediately give you the most detailed, complex set of answers, and it will dig deeper and deeper and deeper as you ask it, just instantaneous like that. The technology behind that is scary. And when you apply that to bass fishing, and when you basically have a system that can analyze these millions of data points and give you the answer to everything, what do you have left in fishing? I mean, really, like what is fishing about other than having some type of a pure connection to nature and the mystery and the magic and the wonderment of everything that is unknown about fishing? And when you have some technology like AI that's in the works now, that's going to be advancing, what that does is it completely takes the angler out of the equation. There's no need for that, because it basically makes the angler and any type of knowledge they have about bass fishing completely obsolete. If you're an angler who has spent decades honing your craft and your art form about bass fishing, it has taken forever to do that, and you're proud of formulating that knowledge and that wisdom that's come through, just countless years on the water, that is worthless now, because AI will be able to go in there, and everything that took you 30 or 40 years to know, in a matter of 20 seconds, it'll regurgitate the same thing. There's going to be no need for educators. Probably what's going to happen is channels like mine, YouTube channels, bass fishing teaching YouTube channels, they're going to be one of the first things to go with this, because when you have AI that can tap into millions of data points on any topic, I don't care if it's flipping a jig or throwing a jerkbait or what color works under best conditions, AI is going to be able to give you that instantaneously from just assimilating all that information off the network. So teachers are going to be out the door. And it's not just with bass fishing YouTube creators, it's with everything. It's with just school teachers, with college professors, everybody. Nobody is immune to this, what this technology is going to do. And when you have a piece of technology like that removes every human aspect, everything that is inherently precious about life in general, the human experience and human interaction, and the wisdom that humans have on different topics, and you replace that with artificial intelligence, I don't see how anybody can think that that's a good thing. I mean, I can't even picture what this is going to look like 10 years from now with the acceleration of this AI technology, because I can't believe how fast, guys, I started being aware of this past summer as far as AI encroachment in fishing. And just in the past 3 or 4 months, guys, it has had a major impact. For one thing, it's had a major impact on YouTube. All these emergence of AI channels on YouTube are killing all the other YouTube creators, because you don't need that. It's like they can do the same thing even better. I mean, AI has this ability to sing songs better than Celine Dion or any type of, or Frank Sinatra. They can create a better sounding song just from artificial intelligence. And I don't know what's in the works at bass fishing, but I can assure you, if there's a buck to be made, and people saw how much money was made off of the cheater box, and if you have some AI technology that you're going to adapt to fishing, there's no telling what we got coming up here. It's like you're going to be able to have, like, for example, your sonar that you have. I don't care if it's a 2D sonar or forward-facing sonar or whatever. It's basically going to be on autopilot. And I can see, and this is not a stretch, that they're going to have some type of a unit I don't even know how the whole AI is. I don't even understand how it's powered, but you're going to be able to have a unit on your boat, if they allow it, that tells you everything. It tells you the position of the fish. It tells you the size of the fish. It tells you the species of the fish. It tells you how many fish are in the school. It tells you the mood and the personality of the fish. It tells you the level of aggressiveness of that fish based upon the conditions and the lure that you want to throw with it. It'll tell you exactly how to position your boat and how to line up. It'll tell you exactly the best spot on the lake to go to, and everything. It's like if you had 1,000 questions to ask Kevin Van Dam or Jacob Wheeler or some of the best anglers in the world, artificial intelligence would be able to just instantaneously answer your questions accurately and immediately without any hesitation whatsoever. Now, a lot of people say, well, oh, that's great, man. I'd love to have some type of knowledge like that. No, you wouldn't. That would be a living hell, guys. If this AI technology is allowed to advance, it would be the same thing as like that one Twilight Zone episode. I don't know if you guys saw it, but there was this one guy that he lost all the time gambling. He loved to gamble, blackjack or something like that, or poker. And he was losing his butt and he just couldn't win. And he made a deal with the devil or something. I can't remember how the story went, but he just said, man, he goes, I want to be able just to win all the time, at gambling. So he got his wish granted, and he went out to the casino like that, started gambling. Sure enough, every hand, he won every poker hand. He won every blackjack hand. Every time that he'd pull a slot machine, he'd get the jackpot. And for about a day, that was awesome. But then slowly, it started becoming miserable because he knew exactly what was going to come every time, and eventually he realized that he was in hell. That what he thought was, the most awesome thing to have in the world, it was actually hell that he was in, because he knew everything. There was no mystery, no magic. He was going to win every single time. There was nothing surrounding it other than just, he gets what he wants. It's the same thing with AI. There's no difference whatsoever. If AI advances to the level that it's going to, bass fishing will turn into a living hell. There won't be anything appealing about it whatsoever. Yeah, you'll be able to go out, and for the first trip or two, you'll love it and you'll catch a bunch of fish, but eventually it'll make you miserable. That when you go out on the lake, there's nothing that's not known. It's like there's not a single part of the lake that you don't understand or know where the fish are at or know how to catch them every single day, every single time out there. And you just try to take a minute to try to picture yourself being in that type of situation. Now, like I said, right now, there's no pushback whatsoever against it. The tournament organizations have got to get on this immediately, and they have got to say to these damn electronic companies, we will not allow any encroachment of artificial technology into bass fishing. The conservation departments need to do it. The wildlife managers, the fisheries managers, the tournaments, the tournament directors, they have got to put a stop to this, because they are going to cut their own throats if they don't with it. We've already seen the devastation that forward-facing sonar has had on the sport. We've seen the chaos that's generated. We've seen the division in the sport. We see the hatred amongst other anglers. I get freaking, just vitriolic hate, comments all the time from people that love forward-facing sonar, and I'm against it. It's created this division in our sport. And you think this division's bad now with forward-facing sonar? Wait till AI technology takes over on it. So guys, I just wanted to give you a heads up. Be aware of what's going on. Be aware, and whatever you can do, speak out against it, stand up against it. Let this industry know that it doesn't have any part in our sport, because it will turn the sport into a living hell and devastate everything that's precious about this sport of bass fishing. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about it. We'll talk later.